What is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Now this is a little interesting one. I wanted to introduce you to something. It is currently -6 here in Bridgend, South Wales. I kid you not, it is freezing. I'm straight from the gym, so I'm still shorted up. But I tell you what, I wanted to introduce you to my 1964 Volkswagen Notchback, the car I should never have bought. Have a look at this. So boss, tell us all, why should you have never bought that car? Because I tell you what, it is pretty damn good, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. Even now, right, I'm trying not to be mad, but that car is a stunning looking car. But anyway, big lessons were learned, big life lessons were learned in way too many ways than one. And I've never felt so mugged off by a vehicle and the services around it in my whole life. So this car started life in South Africa. It's lived in South Africa his whole life. That's why it's not rusted out. That's why it's nice and solid. And I know to expect a couple of things with South African cars because they clean them up just to get them out of the country. But you know, it's one of those things. However, the extent of this vehicle, it has been mind-blowing, I can tell you that. So I purchased it off a friend, sight unseen, on the word of it just needed carb setting up. I kid you not, that was the only thing that it needed. Now, over £10,000 in restoration later, we are here at almost a finished product. When I say almost a finished product, we're about 90% there. There's still a couple of little bits that it needs doing, but I'm going to talk you through a couple of bits that I have had to do. Look at that narrow beam on the front though, 4-inch narrow beam on the front, stunning, incredible. So yeah, let's have a little look at this in the extent. So, £10,000 in restoration. How the earth do you end up there? Look at this, I'm steaming up as well. That shows you how cold it is. I ain't kidding you when I say it's -6. But yeah, basically, this car, everything that could have been wrong with it was wrong with it. The front beam wasn't attached to it. The engine wasn't much good. Brakes were no good. It had no handbrake. Literally, I kid you not, everything that could have been wrong with this vehicle was. Parts for a notchback, also very hard to find. Not like a Beetle, you can get a lot of stuff off the shelf. This, not so much. It's had to have a lot of new old stock stuff from Germany. It's had to have this, that and the other. Let's show you some more of this car. So, for the front beam not being attached to this vehicle, binned it, no good. I'm selling it for spares and repairs. If you need a beam off one of these, 50 quid, take it away. So I've had to spend £1,300 for an Eva Resto 4-inch front beam, which is pretty spectacular. Stance on this vehicle. Brakes were no good. I couldn't get notchback brakes anywhere. So we've had to get a new, because of the beam, I'm now running 1967 Beetle brakes on it. Beetle brakes, a lot easier to find. So if you need 1964 notchback brakes for spares or repairs, 50 quid, come and get them, they're yours. But yeah, this car now is stunning. So the interior was pretty good, there's no doubt about that. It's had a recover at some point. There's a few little things. Just check out, right, the interior light is actually under that headlining. I ain't kidding you when I say South Africa just clean these cars just to get them out. We've had to put a whole new handbrake system in it, I kid you not. She's now running sweet as a nut due to a lovely little Weber carburetor conversion. So 800 and something pound on Webers, whole new brakes all around on it, new bushes, new steering box, new fuel lines. Someone had actually welded the previous fuel line on this car, I kid you not. That's the extent of how bad things really were. This door handle has been a bit sticky as well. Is it gonna open? Oh, that's all right, we're opening today. So, let's show you the trunk in this. Let's get into it. It's lovely looking. Oil there. So she's running sweet as a nut now. There's no doubt about it. Even on a cold day today, it fired straight up. Running absolutely perfect. Love that. Let's just drop that down. Also, it's had to have an engine rebuild, so it's no longer a 1500. It's now a 1600, which is a little bit better. We know that engine's also pretty good. Now, a couple of things you might notice. It's had some flared arches on the back, which not a lot of money to put right if you want to put them right. Don't really bother me, I'll be honest with you. Kind of goes with the look of the vehicle. Got a wheel bearing left to change on this side, and also I think the brake is a bit over adjusted, because when you're driving you can definitely feel like it's just pulling a little bit, you know, there's that resistance there. But the big problem I've had with this car as well, with the previous owner, they've registered it on a 1971-72 plate, even though it's a 64. Mind-blowing. So the VIN number in the front is correct. So the good thing about that is I've applied for a birth certificate of this vehicle, And well, that should be another 3-4 weeks maybe. But I've also been in touch with Volkswagen. They've got a certain little email address that you can get into, and well, they've already confirmed by the VIN number it is a 1964. They're going to give me a cover letter. We're going to get this car correctly registered. You might notice this front grille down here. Now, why would an air-cooled car need a front grille? An air-cooled car needs a front grille because at some point in its life, this vehicle had a water-cooled engine in it. I am not even kidding you. The engine mounts were cut out of this, and yeah, when I got it, there was an air-cooled engine in it with no mounts. So we've had to fabricate new engine mounts, a lot of mounts everywhere to be honest with you, and get this sorted. But that grille, yes, you could take it out, but it is kind of charming. But the purpose of this video is, I just want to literally, I know a lot of people will do this, and I should know this rule of thumb myself as well. Never buy a vehicle without seeing it for one. Never trust a word is another one. But if you want to buy my pretty epic 1964 Volkswagen Notchback, it's for sale, because I'm into this vehicle for over 22,000. I kid you not, it's a curse of the red vehicle. So, well, none of you even know this as well. I had a gorgeous red S5, which 2.5 weeks ago, I sadly wrote off pretty bad in a field. So I'm at that point in my life, I need to get rid of the red cars, right? I'm not saying the red car is a curse. For me, it's a curse. Red beard and all that. Beard matches a brick, see? Kid you not. If you want to buy this car, it's a solid, stunning vehicle that hasn't been to any Volkswagen shows in the UK, so it's ready for you to put your own stamp on it. As I said, I've got all the invoices, paperwork with this vehicle. I've spent over £10,000 getting it to this point. I've got this vehicle for sale for £12,495, which is an absolute steal considering what's gone into it. The work, you've even got rear pops on it, like, that's a nice touch. But what a nice little car, I kid you not. Oh yeah, you need an indicator stalk as well, but I did actually know about that. But yeah, if there's something you're potentially interested in, my email address is in the description below, and it's also on eBay, so check it out. It's a nice car, it's a sorted car, it's looking for a new home. Sorry as well, I hope this video hasn't been too boring for you, but I just wanted to show you a little bit about what was going on with it. And yeah, find this car a new loving home that it deserves. It is a bit dusty as well, and of course it's a bit damp just because of the air, as you can see at the minute. But yeah, boys and girls, my 1964 Notchback, just wanted to show it with you, share it with you, show it to you. Big love, until next time, boosh.